dope. Game audio is really quiet. That's different.
Actually, I should probably turn the TV down. I had it up earlier. But yeah, that's usually the opposite of what happens. It's too loud or after you were shitty or something.
Oh, it's a Devil May Cry. Oh shit, it still says we're streaming Kingdom Hearts.
No!
Fate worse than death.
Got my glasses on and everything. I gotta be able to see every last pixel of this.
Alrighty. We are correctly categorizing. This fucking title screen is gorgeous. It is so cool looking.
Dude,
I love the logo. I love the fucking blue and red wings.
Everything about this game is great from like the 30 seconds I've played to make sure it worked. Because I woke up at 5. I don't know if you saw my sequence of tweets from earlier this morning. But I woke up at 5 a.m. in pain. But I was like, wait! It's Thursday! I can play Devil May Cry. So I like got out of bed. I came over here. It wasn't in the PlayStation Store. They hadn't updated it yet. So I was on like Reddit trying to figure out what the fuck. And they're like, no. You just got to make a New Zealand PlayStation account. Because New Zealand's like a million hours ahead of us. So it's already in New Zealand.
I see.
So I made a New Zealand account and downloaded it. I was like, I'm not fucking waiting. Fuck that shit.
So we shouldn't click continue, right? Is there a new...
This is just going to restart it. Because I had this, because I was like, it's from the New Zealand thing. I don't know if it's going to work.
All of our subscribers in here. Look at this. Look at this wall of stars and fucking I Am Games logos. Shout out to fucking everybody. Kajoro Bitterthorn, Kappa Digiboy, Autistic Don, Jackie Ohio, fucking We Have Cookies 56, CM398,
Look, they show up for the good stuff, alright?
Pancakes with Craters.
They're just happy it's not
I
Kingdom
hope
Hearts.
DMC5 helps your leg.
Me too.
People are laughing about the buy now.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
Why
I
is
will.
It there?
Or you can pre-download the full game.
What? Like now?
Yeah, you can. It'll just like you buy it and it'll like start downloading it, and then you just unlocks it for when the game actually comes out.
Isn't it not out forever?
It's out next month.
How can it be? Why you can download the whole game.
You don't download it right now, but it'll like pre-download like before it comes out. So when it launches like at midnight, it'll just be ready to go.
Okay.
That's how this shit like works now, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah.
I was like, something was activating inside of me.
It's like someone needs to hack the system. We can play it right now.
How much of a big cum did you have when you got your channel back? Tell us the emotion range you felt through the whole channel coma situation. Basically, this morning I woke up and May was like, your channel's back. And I was like, what? She was like, your channel's back. I was like, how do you know that? Because it was never evidently down. And she was like, people said that they got emails in return that the strike was repealed. And I was just like, what? And I got out of bed and immediately started uploading everything.
There you go. Excellent.
Went out and got fucking Vietnamese to celebrate some pho. Well, I didn't get pho. I got like some duck leg soup.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a duck leg. It was good. Let's fucking play Devil May Cry, dude. What are you doing? What's happening?
I'm gonna fucking have the best time of my life right now.
Jockey.
10 years in the fucking.
So is that Nero? He looks older.
He's old. This game's like way after DMC4. This apparently takes place after Devil May Cry 2, which is like the furthest one along in the canon.
Is that actually acknowledged by the canon?
I believe so.
I thought it like contradicted the. Whoa, she's cute. Who's this fucking waifu?
She's the one who makes your robot arm. Because, like, the story of this game is that Nero has, like, the Devil Bringer arm, which is, like, a demon arm attached to him. And, like, fucking some dude comes in, cuts the arm off. Because, like, that's where, like, Virgil's sword Yamato is, like, sealed in there or some shit. Mm-hmm. So this chick, Nico, builds him a bunch of robot arms to use instead, and they all have different powers, and that's his gimmick in this.
Oh, so you have more than one arm?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
So you can choose which arms you want to use, and like
Oh, boy.
And like basically how it works is that you can use them normally, or you can like blow them up and do a super move, and then you can cycle through a bunch of different arms and stuff. It's pretty fucking nuts. It's pretty insane.
Please have big cum emotes at least when DMC5 is fully out. I was going to swap the emotes before the show started, but I ended up doing a Dead Project Graveyard instead because it was more important.
Yeah, I almost did that, but I was working on 3D all day. Yeah.
Young Tetsuo Shima says, "What up, cucks? Good job on getting the account back, Digi." Thank you. I don't know what the "What up, cucks" was about, but
Look, we're all big cucks here.
oh, I want to look at the chat, but I also want to look at the game.
Dude, it's running at 60 FPS on a base PS4. It's
Yeah.
fucking gorgeous.
Was the camera always this tight up on you in a?
No.
I guess it like expands out when you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Those orbs, dude.
It's a Devil May Cry.
It's the best fucking shit ever.
So I think the way we're gonna do this is because assumably this demo will not last 2 hours.
It'd be nice if it did.
I think we're just gonna play through it back and forth, over and over again.
I'm down.
Yep, it looks just like DMC4, but with I love this lighting changing on the ground from the fucking neon sign effect going on here. It's good. Little bit of DMC aesthetics, I feel like, worked their way in here. Pancakes and Cracker subscribe to Twitch Prime for 2 months in a row.
Hell yeah.
Hope both of you, Digi and Tom, are doing well.
Doing okay. I'm
Tom
playing
is
Devil May Cry.
Literally living his dream.
10 years, dude. 10 years been waiting for this shit.
Souvenir 38 says, "I'm lighting a bowl right now for your channel coming back." I wish I was lighting a bowl right now for my channel coming back. I've never seen Tom this alive. He's brimming with life force.
This is all I needed in my life, dude. This is everything I've ever wanted, everything I've ever needed. It's all here. It's Nero. Back again.
What happened
Johnny
to
on
Kairi?
Bosch. Or Kyrie.
Kirie.
She's like apparently in this game in some fashion, but she's only been vaguely mentioned and not in any of the promotional materials, so nobody really knows what's going on with Kyrie right now.
Fucking Johnny on Bosch. It's funny. I hope Vic Mignogna's not in this game. That would be, they'd have to push back the release and replace his out.
Well, apparently the guy who did Dante's theme was involved in some scandal, so they were questioning whether they were going to redo his theme or something for the game.
The guy who made the song?
Yeah, each character has their own like battle theme song.
I mean, was it like the Japanese?
No, it's like some American band guy. I don't know. I don't know music.
Weird.
Yeah.
Hello games, I'm Lane's chosen daughter. Been streaming on YouTube talking about this. AIs only, please. If you think you are a meatbag, no need to come.
We've all been there.
For both, have you had any moments when you released a piece of content and you were like, well, there's no going back after this?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, Tom has his, leaving the fandom video, I assume is the one that sprang to mind first.
Oh, yeah. I mean, fuck myself pretty good with that.
How did you feel when you did that? Was it like...
It was good, but I also knew that, like, I probably fucked myself over.
Did you,
Which both were true.
Have you ever seen Hellboy 2?
I've not seen Hellboy 2. I've seen Hellboy 1.
There's a scene early on into Hellboy 2 where they're like fighting these monsters in this like mansion, or in I guess it's not a mansion. It's like a third floor of a building in like a city, right? And you know how Hellboy's like girlfriend has fire powers, like she create big explosions. Well, like they're having to fight off all these little fucking monsters, and so basically she's gonna just make a big explosion and destroy them all at once, right? And Hellboy he's been trying to get himself noticed by the media because he's feeling like, you know, basically like he wants the world to know about him. But like the people who he works for are like, absolutely no, fucking stop, right? But then he sees her about to use this attack, like this big explosion. So he deliberately stands in front of a window and spreads his arms out, and he's like, "World, here I come!" And the explosion, you know, rockets him out the window, and he, of course, is discovered. So he's, you know, playing it off like it was an accident when he was deliberately doing it. But that particular emotion that he has at that moment, when he stands there, spreads his arms, and says that, is how I have felt many times. Just shit-talking anime YouTubers, the real reason Monkey was kicked from the PCP, Barack Obama's tactical drama. That one not as much, but it was, you know, along the lines. Turkey Tom Gets Roasted, which is also... Both of those were more like just, you know, I knew I was going to come out the hero in those situations, but like with the just shit-talking anime YouTubers and the Monkey thing, both of those were like, once I post this is going to be a mark on my name forever. And both of them I had to get shit-faced to do, because I knew that going in. I'm trying to think if there was another case. I guess probably... I mean, when I went on the Dick Show and I said I like to see cartoons of, or illustrations of little girls getting fucked, like, as I was saying it with that feeling, like, that I was spreading my arms open wider with each word, and I said it nice and slow so it would have maximum impact.
It's like, yep, this is the hill I'm going to die on.
Dude, it's so funny because people always pull that quote and try to use it as like something against me, and I'm like, I obviously said it like
right.
on purpose. Like, I said it that way because I wanted it to sound as impactful and, you know, intense as possible. Like, you can't use the thing I said against me when I said it on purpose. Anyway.
Just fucking murdering everybody. It feels good.
Digi, now that you can upload to IM Games again, make a quick cash grab video about this demo. We're kind of planning on it. I mean, there was no reason I couldn't upload to IM Games, but I think that's my hope, is that we'll have something to say about this demo.
I mean...
I might just call it, like, Devil May Cry 5 will be the best Devil May Cry, if we think that's the case. Do you think that's going to be the case? Based on your current exposure?
It's hard to say, because there's 3 playable characters. You only play as 1. So, like, 2/3 of the game, I have no idea how they will play.
Who's the third? Virgil?
There's this new guy called V. He, like, summons a bunch of dudes. Remember Chaos Legion, where you, like, summon guys? He's like that, but cooler.
That's weird. I mean, Capcom made that game, so it might literally be...
I mean, it's very possible. I don't know.
Interesting. Anyone who has ever watched a M+F porn is some kind of a cuck. You're saying any, like, male plus female? How? Because I feel no emotional connection to the woman in those porns. Like, it's not watching, like, somebody who you ever would fuck get fucked.
Yeah.
Usually when I'm, like, I don't even look at porn necessarily of girls that I think I would fuck. Like, a lot of the times, I'm like, this is just some skanky hoe I'm watching take cock, you know?
True. You don't want to be emotionally connected to your porn. That's just asking for trouble.
Do you have DMC4 complete, and is Tom pro at that shit? Possible future anticipation streams.
I don't have the re-release version of DMC4.
Have you ever played it?
I have not. I mean, I played the original.
Whoa.
The
You gotta get the new one, man. You can play as Virgil and shit.
I know. Just haven't gotten around to it.
You can't be expensive anymore, right?
No, I don't think so. I would certainly hope not. It's probably why I didn't do it before, because it was like full price. I'm like, I've bought this game 3 times. Even I have my limits.
That was cool and gross.
Yeah.
So you haven't played this far yet, right? You just literally just got in.
That first encounter was as far as I played.
Alright.
I just wanted to make sure the New Zealand download would actually work once I logged back into my normal account. It
Makes
did.
sense. So I'm confused. How is this different combat from Kingdom Hearts 3?
You can actually move and do things. I'm going to assume that was not a serious question.
Digi/Tom, thoughts on KFC?
I like KFC. I have it nearly enough.
I usually have had bad experiences with KFC because it usually takes them fucking forever. It's like, they claim to be fast food, and yet somehow I will wait 15-20 minutes sometimes for my KFC. I think it might just be that the one in my old town was really bad, though, because I've been to other ones that were better. They are also overpriced, though.
I did a bunch of fast food reviews in my KFC for my fast food review show. Back when that was a real thing.
Man, that needs to come back. Dude, yes. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I thought it was going to let you customize the van.
That would have been cool. Enemy step. Necessary.
Jesse says, shit, dude, I'm eating KFC right now.
Hell yeah.
Last time I went to KFC, I got one of those, sandwiches that was like $5. And, like, in the picture, it looked like it would be worth $5. And what I got was by no means worth $5. It was, like, tiny. It was dry. I was like, wow. Not frequenting this place. Popeye is greater than Chick-fil-A? I don't know about that.
I've never had Popeyes or Chick-fil-A.
That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, there were none in my area.
Bonchon greater than Popeyes? That is absolutely true. Bonchon is by far the best chicken that you can get. But it's not fast food. So it's not really worth comparing.
I think this is like where the boss fight happened, isn't it? Based on the, hair hike for the winter.
I think there's a Bonchon in Boston. There's a yeah, because like one day, because we were like walking around the city with May and her dad, and I was like, oh dude, Bonchon, but her dad can't eat chicken. He's like allergic to chicken.
I didn't even know that was a thing that could be real.
Yeah. So I was like, God damn it. Like, if it weren't for that, I know that he would love Bonchon, and I would have been like, this is the place, but sad. But yeah, if you want to get just like, like a 5-piece chicken tenders, that is the fucking place to go. But if you get them spicy, just know they are real fucking spicy. Because it's Korean. That shit is real. Is 3 Ants the biggest anime villain you faced, Digi? What does a scummy company like that even exist? I looked on their Twitter and most of the people there seem to be old hags and grandpas. That's weird. I mean, there's tons of companies like that that are just... They just exist to flag videos for other companies. Like, you just hire a service to flag fucking content for you, and they very often will give you false fucking claims. And, like... Honestly, they were pretty good about it, because when people actually message them on the worst thing about them is that the email that they used to give me the strike was not a valid email. But once people found the valid email and sent them emails, they took the strike off almost immediately. And I've had much more difficulty with that from other companies. Like, what's that one, like... They all seem to be in Spain. They're all, like, in Europe for some reason. There's one Spanish company, I think, that had given a ton of people grief like a couple of years ago, and they were a lot harder to deal with. Can't remember the name of it though. This looks fucking awesome.
It's pretty sick.
It's giving me Dark Souls vibes with except that I love the fucking mouth and its stomach. It's cool. Whoa! Oh, now it's definitely giving me Dark Souls vibes. Oh shit! fucking taking the pillars off and shit. Tom's like, I'm not falling for anything. Like, I'm just gonna stay in the air the whole time. I hope this boss isn't the end of the demo.
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah. We have actually been going for over 20 minutes though, so it's not wouldn't be that short. But man, it's not like no time at all. I'll let you run through more than once before you hand it over if you want to, if you haven't gotten enough.
Can we go back outside? Hell yeah.
Is DMC4 the one everyone hates? No.
No, it's DMC Devil
Yeah.
May Cry.
DMC Devil May Cry is the one that was made by a different studio that is most commonly shit on. The funny thing about it is that, like, DMC4 did get a lot of flack when it came out for various reasons that I think everyone who gave it flack, like, intensely regrets having done so.
Yeah. I mean,
I think if anybody had known what they were going to be in... Because, like, DMC3 was seen as, like, the greatest action game of all time. So when DMC4 didn't live up to that standard, even though it did introduce, like, even more, like, interesting mechanics than 3, it just didn't have as strong of overall game design, and it had some, like, annoying segments in it. But, like, you know, I think people regret complaining about that when they ended up getting DMC.
oh
as
my
a
god!
result.
Somehow it was just flying on my arm.
Not that I think it was people complaining that caused that. It was just Capcom being obsessed with trying to, like, make more Western... They wanted to make games that would appeal more to the West by, like, working with Western developers, which makes no sense because their games were already successful in the West.
Oh.
Tome, how would you rank the DMC games? Oh, I should also say DMC 2 is also the one everyone hates, but that's from an older time.
Oh my god, I have no idea what's happening right now.
I think DMC 2 is probably considered a worse game than DMC Devil May Cry by almost everybody, but, like, DMC 2 is kind of... It's like Devil May Cry 1 was mega legendary, 2 was widely hated, but then 3 was, like, such a comeback and, like, considered so amazing that I think that it was... Like, getting DMC Devil May Cry was just a bigger blow than DMC 2 had been at the time, you know?
Yeah, I mean, because Devil May Cry 1 definitely reinvented, like, you know, action games and stuff like that, for sure. But it wasn't a franchise, it was just a single game.
Right.
So when
it's
2
only like
came
2
out,
hours long, you know?
it was just like, alright, maybe this was like a one-hit wonder kind of thing. But then 3 kind of established a series as, like, yeah, the series as... you know, a franchise itself has some credibility. Ugh. There we go. Get fucked, bitch!
I can't tell if that was, like, too easy or if you're just too good at DMC.
I mean... the combos are the exact same as Devil May Cry 4, so...
Hell yeah.
Bitch!
That was cool. Devil May Cry is back!
Indeed. So that was fucking dope as fuck. And I want more.
There's a deluxe edition.
I'm gonna buy it right now!
5 downloadable weapons, 12 battle themes, additional voice work, live action video content. None of that really, like, aside from the weapons, none of that sounded like anything anyone would care about.
Yeah, I don't see that special edition selling all that much. Alright, well, Conquered. I didn't even use the Devil Breaker, like, at all. Because I forgot it was a thing that I could do. I was just playing pure Nero Devil May Cry 4 mode. Did you want to try?
Do you want me to go, or do you want to give it another shot so you can Devil Breaker it up or whatever?
I'll give it a shot. I'm not gonna hog the whole thing.
I hear it.
Alright, switch it up.
There you go. As usual, I'm way behind in the chat.
Oh, okay.
All right, fucking DMC. You never did rank the games though.
For me personally, 1 is still my favorite just because it blew my mind to shit as a kid. Then 3, then 4, then DMC, then 2. I can't put this one on there yet because I have no idea if the whole game will fall apart after this one little bit.
I've only beat the first game, which was great. I played like a few. I actually got like probably like 4 hours into DMC 3. That game is really fucking hard. I didn't really play much of 4 at all.
Haphazard 98, Kappa X Digiboy,
really
and Kajora Bitterthorn all said actually good video game. Tom enjoying himself. Did you got the channel back? They're all like super stoked.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Today was a good day.
It's good shit. DMC Devil May Cry sold worse than DMC 4 and 3, so good job, Capcom.
Yeah, I mean, when you piss off your entire fucking base, then
yeah. Yeah, the common consensus is 3, 4, 1, DMC 2.
Did you see that?
Yeah. Telling you to get your ass in gear.
Oh, so triangle is attack. That's interesting.
Yeah. Square is guns. Circle's the Devil Bringer.
Oh,
The Devil Breaker now.
What are these things doing? What are they? Just dissolving?
I think they're like corpses. They're like fucking fucked. I don't know. There's no cutscene, but they all look like.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gris. Yes, I can pop the balloons.
DMC 2 is greater than DMC Reboot? Not a chance, dude. DMC 2 is not even playable. It's just so bad.
Is there any way to aim your gun?
You don't need to aim the gun. It'll just auto target.
But I want to shoot these balloons. I don't know if I can shoot them. I think I might only be able to slash them. That's odd.
If you hold down square, you'll load 3 powerful shots into your gun that do like double damage.
What? I see.
If you want to do that grapple thing, you hold down R1 and then hit circle, and you'll like pull guys towards you.
Ew.
What makes DMC 2 so bad? It's just like the game feel is atrocious. One of the best things about these kind of games, the Devil May Cry series, which you can tell just by looking at the footage, is that every hit is a big come. The impacts are great, the animations are fantastic, the sense of weight and like just damage you do with all of your moves and stuff are apparent. And DMC 2 had none of that. They changed the way the combat and the combos worked as well, so instead of like being button timing, it was like depending on what direction you press the analog stick, which just didn't flow with the kind of combat they were trying to build. And then the hits on top of that felt like wet farts, so like the whole thing in its entirety was just trash and not good. Because apparently Devil May Cry 2 wasn't even Devil May Cry initially in development.
I mean, Devil May Cry 1 was initially fucking Resident Evil 3, right?
Resident Evil 4, yeah. So... Somehow you've already blown through 3 Devil Breakers. I don't even know how it happened.
I just keep pressing all the buttons.
Oh, okay. Because if you hold down circle, you'll detonate one of the arms to do a super move. You can hold up to 4 at a time.
The only thing I really don't like is the fucking the huge cracked glass UIs that come up at times. Like it takes
when you
up
hold
too
down
much
R1,
screen real estate.
It like brings up the UI and shit. What's going on? We're playing the demo of Devil May Cry 5. Game of the year.
Shut the front door.
I'm gonna scroll back up and see if anybody else said anything cool.
Anything cool like, yo, bro, what's up, dog? Sick. Hell yeah, I broke that fucking car. I'm just trying to figure out, like, how much extra detail they've put into this, you know?
Like the mechanics and stuff?
Like, just being able to, like, fuck around and break stuff and... Whoa.
Yeah, you can, like, ride on that arm somehow.
Oh, shit.
You, like, launch it and you can jump on it.
How did I even do that?
These tap circle.
I don't know how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's up here? Oh, is this where I have to go? Surely this.
Mitsuno said he told his boss he wanted to do DMC5 or Dragon's Dogma 2. The boss told him he could do whatever he wanted. He chose Devil May Cry 5, so there's a good chance Dragon's Dogma 2 is next.
Oh, that's...
That'd be pretty fucking wild. Nice.
Big boy. I need to...
Saying it's my seal of approval. I'd pirate it. It says Complex Digiboy.
I'd pirate
I'm gonna pay full fucking price! I was sad with how short this demo is. Yeah, it's not very long, but whatever. I've waited 10 years, I could wait another month for the rest of the game. DMC4 re-release should be about 20 to 30 bucks on PlayStation Store unless they got it on sale. That's not too bad. I think it's going to take me a long time to get used to the arms having limited ammo. They don't have limited ammo per se, because you can keep doing the regular move as much as you want. It's just when you you detonate them for the super move, or like certain grapples and stuff. Like in the boss fight, when he was sucking me into that black hole thing, I detonated one of the arms to get out of the maneuver. So the thing I don't like about the arms right now is that you have like 4 different kinds of breakers that do different abilities, but you can't cycle through them. The only way to change to another arm in your inventory is to blow up the one you have equipped. Which I kind of understand why they would do, because then it would be basically the same as Dante's style system, and that's like the key to his gameplay mechanics. But still kind of disappointing. It'd be cool to be able to juggle between them and try and like break the system that way.
What is this moonlight?
Tom, you got only to not play Kingdom Hearts 3, but also play DMC 5 in your lifetime. Yeah, all I need is Half-Life 2 now, and
Even 3.
Yeah, Half-Life 3. I haven't played Half-Life 2 though, technically.
What about Star Citizen, though?
I don't give a shit about Star Citizen. I don't feel like paying $17,000 for a spaceship. What happened to Neo? Nothing happened to Neo. I'm still playing it, but I'm stuck on a boss. And it fucking kicked my ass. And then I was at the end of the boss at the end of the level, and then Digi took the power cable for the PS4 because we only have one between our 2 consoles.
I finally ordered one.
Thank fucking God, because you turned off the system when I was still in the middle of the level. I lost all that progress. So that was like 2 hours of game time. I mean, that's the whole thing. It has the weird rest
It's really
mode.
fucking stupid. I hate that the PS4 has... There's like no way to just turn it off.
You can, it just takes forever to turn it back on. Fuck
That was
Kingdom Hearts 3, dying of cancer.
room?
Well, there you go.
Oh. Tom, did you find this little secret room? Or is this actually where I need to go?
That is not where I went. Okay. The lighting, that's kind of cool, though.
There was just like a couple of red orb things in there. I'm trying to see if I can get over to this balcony.
Probably not. It's not the way we're supposed to go, so... You're just exploring the environment right now?
Yeah, I'm actually not sure where I need to go. Do I need to go up there?
No, go that way. You know where you were fighting those weird tentacle things?
Yeah.
Keep going that way. And then go through that gate.
Oh, that's right. I ignored it because it looked like it would lead to the next area. So I was trying to do everything before I continued.
Will you be playing Sekiro? I'm sure we will.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have to see if it's better than Neo. If you want to do a combo that's better for crowd control, if you hit triangle twice, then wait like half a second and keep spamming triangle, we'll do his other combo, which is better for handling multiple guys.
What is happening to that dude? What did I do to him?
You use your punchline arm, so just fired out a rocket arm to beat the shit out of him for you.
That's cool. I will say, like, I have to get used to the fact that you can't, like, it's not so much about just mashing the button, because you get locked into the animation, and some of them take a while, because, like, you know, you're meant to, like, know the combo you're doing.
Right, right.
So it's like, I just keep running up and just hitting, like, triangle, 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 and then, like, he stands there and he's like,
You're usually able to jump cancel out of most attacks, so, like, if shit gets bad, just jump. And then also, while holding down L1 and hitting left and right next, does a dodge roll. I think Thompson Love, look at that face. I've been waiting forever for this game!
What'd you say does a dodge roll?
If you hold down L1 and then hit left and right and X.
Are you sure it's L1? Because that's what just happened when I pressed L1.
Maybe R1. Yeah, there you go. I know my left from my right. I promise. How does the game look on your guys' end? All the trailers look weirdly desaturated to me, and it's hard to tell on stream. It looks great to me.
Yeah, it looks pretty great.
I mean, the game also runs at 60 FPS, which none of the trailers are in 60 frames, which is weird. I was kind of worried it wouldn't run at 60 on base PS4, but no, it's fine.
Yeah, it looks great. The environments are a little claustrophobic, but that's kind of typical of DMC. I think that's how they keep it at 60 frames.
Yeah.
But they all have tons of detail and are really well. The lighting is really cool. Like, the art design overall is very strong, and that's not really something you could say about the other DMC. Like, DMC4 had some pretty good art design, but like it was an early PS3 title, and this is like a late PS4 title, so it's a pretty big difference.
Yeah, this is using the same engine as Resident Evil 7, so it's pretty mature at this point.
That's so much fun to do.
Yeah, all the different arms are pretty fucking sick. Yeah, we got a subscription.
Who dat boy?
Agent Orange 1128 subscribed to Tier 1. They've been subscribed for 5 months.
I just heard another one.
Oh god. Lee's an Abuser subscribed to Twitch Prime for the first month in a row. We got a new boy!
Who or girl, or, you know, gender non-binary.
Everybody's a boy, even if you're a girl.
It's true. Who that boy? Who him is? Oh shit, look at that.
Thing's pretty dope. You gotta go fucking kill it.
DMC3 vibes.
Yeah, right? It's like the 10-minute groove, but grosser.
These chairs remind me of, once upon a time, there was an earthquake in Virginia Beach. This is like 3 or 4 years ago. There's like never been one before, but it was like a magnitude 1, and someone like posted a picture of just like one fallen over lawn chair and was like, the Virginia Beach earthquake, never forget. Hey.
Oh my god! Ritsu6 subscribed to Twitch Prime for the 4th month in a row.
Yo,
hell yeah! I'm about this like influx of subs, please.
Yeah.
They sustain me.
Is this what happens when you read the chat?
I think this is what happens when we play a game that we're not complaining about constantly.
Dude, look at how much you can shred these fucking materials.
Yeah, they get fucked pretty bad.
What's the blue shit?
Restores life.
Ah, of course. Right or left? Well, guess we're going to the right. Be gone, thought.
Late PS4. Did you think PS5 is coming out soon? Basically everybody does. Like, that's kind of the consensus, is that PlayStation 5 is probably coming out within the next year or so. I mean, these consoles have been out for 6-7 years at this point. And there's also been a bunch of, like, leaks for PlayStation 5 stuff, like the CPU that AMD's making for it and all that kind of stuff, so shit's lining up.
PS4 still feels new to me because I am not enough of a gamer to have like when I think about my childhood and like how long it felt like it was between the GameCube and the Wii, it felt like an eternity, you know?
It was actually probably the shortest console generation was that one.
That's the funny thing about it. It
only
felt
lasted
so
like
long.
4 years.
There were so many fucking games.
Yeah, it was
like
dense as fuck.
And then you get to PS4 and there's like, I mean, like PS3 era, like it started off, you know, it didn't start off like super heavy on games, but eventually there was a lot of shit. Like, I don't feel like this generation has ever entered like a period where there's tons of indie shit, but like there's never been a period of like tons and tons of new, like, you know, AAA, AA.
I mean, the AAA industry is all about live services, so they gotta like milk that shit. And games are just getting so prohibitively expensive now. I feel like you can't just pump them out like you used to be able to.
No, and that's why I don't understand. Like on the one hand, everybody's saying like, "Oh, PS5 soon," and I'm like, it's too soon though, because like this generation has not, even if it's been around for a long time, not enough has come out, you know. And like, what are we gonna do if we move to an even more prohibitive level, you know, like. It's only going to get worse, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I mean...
PS5 will have even less games.
Yeah, the industry's kind of digging their own grave here, and I don't get it, you know? Like, EA just announced today that, like, Battlefield 5 sold 7.3 million copies, and it underperformed.
Of course.
So it's just like...
How could you... Like, what game sells more than that?
Right, exactly.
Like, what are they trying to compete with? Like, Grand Theft Auto? Like,
yeah,
you don't have to try to compete with Grand Theft Auto. Why would you?
The business models of a lot of these companies are just unsustainable.
I just don't get why. It's very strange because they're kind of doing the opposite of what anime is doing, and it's not making things better. Because, like, in the world of anime, everything is just being made, like, as a smaller production so that they can do more, and that reaches more people, and it's like you don't have to put in a whole ton of effort to reach an audience, so why would you, you know?
Right.
And like ordinarily I would say don't go in that direction, but with video games it's like so far in the other direction that it's like,
yeah,
you know,
golden mean, guys, come on.
Because it's when you pour that much money into something, you have to make it broad. You have to give it every possible trait to appeal to as many people as possible. And it's like, that's not really what we want from our big expensive games necessarily.
I think what they should be doing is that they should be like AA games targeted towards niche things. You know,
absolutely.
Things like Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, like that game.
Never.
That was Ninja Theory's next game. They self-published it.
Oh yeah, that was
$30.
That was the one where like you have permanent death, right?
Maybe, I don't know much about it, but I do know I was gonna buy it.
The most recent Ninja Theory game was like, it's crazy as shit because it had permadeath.
Yeah,
it was like a roguelike, and there's never been one on like that scale. So everybody was like, wow, what a fucking ballsy move. But like everybody who played it seemed to like it.
Yeah, I mean that's I think there should be more things like that. And then, like, the big companies want to do their live services, just do the Fortnite model. Make them free to play and have microtransactions and milk your whales and just like stop worrying. Because like then you're gonna get your install base, right? Because like even Spicy Sauce just said Apex Legends, that new game that was from the Titanfall guys from Respawn. According to him, it's got 10 million downloads in 3 days, as opposed to Battlefield 5, which took 7 million, and you know however long it's been out. So like, and they're selling skins in that game for $20 a pop. So you know you're gonna get retards that'll buy all the skins and spend hundreds of bucks. So it's just like, just do that. If that's the kind of thing you want to do. I don't know if you've noticed, but you've kept all the skills that I bought through this playthrough, which is kind of cool. I didn't use Exceed at all, because it's really fucking hard to do.
I really like this girl. She's a cool design.
Definitely. Approved.
Yeah, much like you, I have not really learned anything about the arms yet, because I've just been trying to like actually learn the regular combat.
I feel that.
Alright, boss. Big boss.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen much of the motorcycle sword. Dante has a motorcycle that turns into twin swords as a weapon in this game.
What the fuck?
So you can ride the motorcycle.
Sounds fucking ill.
It's, yeah. Dante looks so fucking good. I will say that this boss is very similar to the first boss in DMC4, which was the DMC4 demo, which was the big flaming centaur guy, which played pretty much exactly the same as this.
That was on just like a flat plane the whole time though, right?
Yeah.
This one's got like phases and shit.
Much smaller in scale.
Probably does more damage to him in the face, right?
I would assume so. You're in a pretty good position right now with air hike. You can like jump, do some damage, and when he swings, just air hike out of the way in midair.
Air hike is just double jump, right?
Yeah.
I'm out here, you faggot. What is he doing? Holy shit.
It's like absorbing all the shit.
Whoa.
Are you guys interested in buying Resident Evil 2? We are, but not for $60.
Damn it.
If you hold down circle, you'll do like the fucking explosive super arm moves, which I haven't tried yet.
Whoa!
Holy fuck. That's pretty wild.
Do I have any healing items on me?
No, there's no healing items in Devil May Cry.
There were in the first game. Aren't they?
The Vital Stars, yeah. But they weren't like, you know, they weren't like Estus Flask where you like hot using them.
No, I just meant could I go into my menu?
Well, in that case, maybe. I'm not sure. I didn't look.
You got shit like that in Bayonetta.
Yeah, hit him in the nuts. For massive damage.
Yeah, get in that ass. Get in that ass, Larry.
Damn. It's a good place to be. It's kind of just taking it up the butt. Literally. Oh, shit. Oh, there's a healing thing right there. That's...
Oh, fuck. Am I dead? I'm dead.
Oh, no!
Or, at least on taking a knee.
What is going on?
What is happening? The last judgment draweth nigh.
Whoa.
Well, that was weird.
That was intense.
It said retry mission. You don't think it's going to start me from the beginning, do you?
I don't think so. Oh no, maybe it will.
Well.
Well, all right then.
Damn.
Man, it sucks. I can't play this game when it comes out. Why's that? Oh wait, hold on. I was pulling the sticker off the bottom, so it was already halfway hanging off. Gross. Gross. Disgusting. All right. It's time to figure out these arms. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Which one do I have right now? I didn't try this one at all.
What do you guys think of Johnny Young Bosch?
I like him as Neo.
He is the voice of generic anime guy to me, like generic dub voice guy. Like when I imagine a dub voice in my mind, I imagine Johnny Young Bosch.
I mean, that's pretty fair. I like Johnny Young Bosch just because he was also in Power Rangers.
Oh, who was he?
He was Adam, the second Black Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I assume as an actual face.
Yeah. I'm assuming he didn't do much in Suit, considering that was all Japan.
Well, I just meant he wasn't a voice actor.
No.
Generally, I do not like dub actors at all, so...
Alright, let's see what happens if I use a big explodey thing here. Whoa! Alright, that was pretty sick.
Digi, you said you hate Silicon Valley. Can you elaborate more? I mean, I don't know if there's much more to say than I did last stream, like, in a broad sense, but just, like, I just think that, like, all of these tech companies, like, because of the fact that they have created the whole, like, framework of the internet as it is used today, they have an absurd amount of control over what goes on the internet. And because of the fact that they are all stationed in the same place, it's like the culture of that place is what is informing the culture of the internet. So, like, just, it seems like, like a small, like it's like if one community had control over everyone in the world with no regard for what works for those other communities, you know? Which is already the problem with, like, government in general, I guess. But there's just no, like, balance. There's no, you know, there's no outside forces because everyone goes there to do that, you know? It just seems like a weird fucking culture and climate full of, like, crazy ego-driven people trying to get rich by making, you know, crazy startup ideas, but then the effects that they have are too far-reaching in a way, you know? Kind of like Uber completely changes the way that, like, all fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Transportation, like, paid transit works, right? Like, Uber has disrupted the industry of transit massively, and, like, their competition is other similar apps, you know, made by, like, the same types of people following the same types of rules. And while they all have to be competitive with one another, the effect that it's had on the transport industry has not been wholly positive, you know? It's probably been good for consumers on the whole, but not necessarily good for drivers or sustainable as a, you know, as a way forward. But now that you've set this standard in place, it's like, I guess it's like people are able to just, like, go wild with ideas without fully considering the repercussions of those ideas on society. And then, like, our society is now, like, firmly built on the back of that root. Does this make sense what I'm saying? Do I sound like a crazy person?
No, I get what you're saying.
Alright.
You have a consolidation of cultural influence.
Omega Little Bob says, I think it's more Yuri Lowenthal that's the voice of Jin. I can't tell the difference between Johnny Yong Bosch and Yuri Lowenthal. They might as well be the same person.
Johnny Yong Bosch
and Crispin Freeman can be thrown in there too. He's a little lower pitched, I think, but they're all like, they all do the same voice. That's why I hate dubs so much, is that they all perform characters the same way. And they're in everything. So every fucking character sounds exactly the goddamn same. How do you feel when people mass unsub for your channels when you upload a fuck ton of content? How can they dislike that? Whenever I see a screen filled with Digi content, I have a mini party. I think a lot of it is people who were tenuous about their subscription anyway. It's like people who were kind of looking for an excuse, you know?
Sure.
Because there are a lot of people who will just sub you and then just leave themselves sub to you forever because it just doesn't, you know, like, it's not that easy to unsubscribe from a channel. Like, you have to get kind of emotional, you know? Like, either you saw a video that was really bad, or you just consistently have been ignoring the person for a while. And so, like, I have had plenty of people, like, when I unsub from a channel, it's usually that it's a channel I haven't been watching for a long time, and then they put out a video, and when I realize how badly I don't care, like, how much I don't want to watch that video, I just say, you know what? I'm unsubbing from this channel. So I think probably it's people who see like 7 Digibro videos show up in their feed and they're like, oh, I don't really want to watch any of this. Like, I haven't been watching this guy for the last 6 months. I'm sick of this, you know? So I think it's mostly stuff like that. It's not like people who are actively following me and like hungry for more Digibro content see a bunch of it and then go, oh, how dare you upload 7 videos I wanted to watch, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you explain Let's Argue in detail? I mean, there's not much to explain. It's kind of explained in the tweet. Just go watch the Needle Drops Let's Argue videos. It's just like a series where he gets people to share their unpopular opinions on Twitter, and then he reacts to them in a video. And I'm going to do it for anime, because people have been telling me to for a long time. Father, I need to confess. For years I thought it was pronounced Dig-Ebro. Please forgive me of my sin and give me 10 lashings.
How? You say your name in like every video.
Oh, hi, Mark! I don't know if that's the first time you've spoken, but I hadn't said oh, hi, Mark yet.
You didn't even say you're watching Iron Games, at least on-brand stream on Twitch.tv.
Yeah, we've been particularly off-brand lately.
I'm sorry, I'm too busy having my mind blown to shit by this fucking video game!
It is really funny that you would, I don't know if you meant Dig-Ebro or Dig-Eyebro, either way.
Oh no.
Have you guys seen the latest I Hate Everything video about r/gaming? He literally thinks memes are problematic. First of all, I have never sat through an I Hate Everything video, and I'm amazed that anyone can. Second of all, there's no way I'd watch a video about a fucking Reddit board. And third of all, that's hilarious. Did you see that thing? Oh, yeah. Apparently, I Hate Everything thinks memes are problematic. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know if he really thinks that, or if a meme he said was problematic and you're being cute, you know?
Does it even matter?
No. Did you ever get into any games on the 3DS/2DS? I bought a 3DS when Pokemon X and Y came out. I played that and Sun and Moon, and I don't think I've played... I played a bunch of demos on it at one point. And Link's Awakening DX I bought on my 3DS.
Link's Awakening DX? Like the Game Boy game?
The Game Boy game.
That's fun.
I did play Link Between Worlds as well, but I didn't beat it.
I'll buy all the things.
Tom looking dressed up for his first date with Devil May Cry.
Yeah, pretty much. put on my Sunday best.
That's funny as fuck. What do you think of Patricia Jolie, the Pink Space Ranger, as Haruhi Suzumiya? It was really weird because at the time when the Haruhi dub was being made, like, she did all these videos where she was dressed as Haruhi, going around like to the Japanese studio and stuff. But they did this poll where they had like 5 voice clips for each character, and they had fans vote on like who they wanted to be the voice of each character based on those clips. And I believe that she did not win for Haruhi, but was picked anyways because she had been doing the live videos. And I was very annoyed by that at the time. I did watch the first 5 episodes of Haruhi dubbed because I showed it to my brothers, but it's insufferable. It's a dub. They're all insufferable. Like, I cannot name for you an anime dub that I enjoy unless it's because it's so insufferable, or if like the Japanese version was already bad.
Come on,
you
man,
know?
Ghost Stories.
I still haven't seen Ghost Stories, but I don't.
What?
I hate when people use that as an example because it's such an obvious, like, you know, it's like, yeah, no shit. It's like the original show is completely different. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I don't. I have no idea what you mean.
Stumblereal says, I have no idea why I'm subbed to Under the Scope. I never watch his videos. I just look at the thumbnails. That is a perfect example of somebody whose videos I was not watching for so long that I eventually just unsubscribed. Because I was like, I literally don't watch these, so why am I subscribed? Nothing against the guy, just boring. He had a whole bunch of oh hi marks.
Oh, hi.
This is for both of you. What removed features from YouTube do you miss?
Video responses.
I knew you were going to say that. I never did any video responses, but I think that the reality is that taking away video responses has led to YouTube call-out culture.
Yeah.
Like,
Super fair.
we used to have a way to do it that was more personal and direct and didn't lead to the shit that we have now, you know?
Right. Because, like, when you had a video response, you were responding to the person.
Yeah.
Now you're just, like, shitting on them to your audience.
Right, exactly.
You know, it's a totally different thing.
I'm trying to think of another one. Annotations.
Annotations were pretty
There was
sick.
a lot of cool shit you could do with annotations, and the fact that you could put them all over, like, YouTube replaced it with like the cards shit. I hate that.
Why can't I hit
I've
it?
never understood the cards or used them for anything. Annotations were great because I could point to a spot on the
fuck.
video and say, there's going to be a link right here, and then I would put the link right there, you know? And I might link like 18 things in a video, and now all those annotations are broken. So,
Yeah.
that's fucking ridiculous. I probably have a couple of videos that literally don't make sense anymore. They don't have annotations.
Oh, I was dumb.
Did you stop watching Alicization? Your videos were fun. Yeah, I couldn't go on. It was just too boring. Like, the thing about SAO, and like, I've known this forever, but like, it's kind of always been why I didn't make more content about it, is that it just has so little going on. It's such a boring show. Like, it's not often that it's like funny bad, and it does have moments like that, but like, most of it is just groan. It's just so slow and fucking plotting. And like, there's only so many times I can make the joke that the show is boring, you know? That fucking tornado is nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
I think you can like ride that up to him. Oh, maybe he just eats you.
No, I don't think.
Are you in his ass?
Yeah.
Whoa! That was cool. Have you guys seen any Mauler videos and him bashing on I Hate Everything, H-Bomber Guy, and Quentin Reviews? I haven't, but that doesn't necessarily sound fun. I think that's probably the guy who Victor keeps, Victor keeps talking about how he was pissed off that, like, people are making drama videos about Quentin Reviews when Quentin Reviews had done, like, nothing to incur drama at all. Like, just be, like, kind of a smarmy dick, and that's it. And it's like, why are there rant videos about him?
What?
Watched Dragon Ball Super Brawly at the cinema last night. It is by far the best Dragon Ball movie.
It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, you saw it?
I found.
Did it have like a wide release or?
It was in theaters, but not the one near us. So there was a rip of it. I downloaded it. I watched it, and it was fucking sick. It was weird though. I think it seemed like they gave each fight scene to a different animator because each style of animation for the fights was significantly different, and then one of them was just in 3D.
Whoa.
It was very odd. But the choreography for all of them was fucking fantastic. They actually slowed down the fights, so there was like martial arts and not just like 3 frames repeated over and over and over again. It was a nice change of pace. Alright. I killed it again.
Quirble says, remember that one time Digi actually thought he'd be able to stomach SAO every week for a year and have something to say about it every week? You know, I would have kept doing it, but it just wasn't even getting views. Because, like, nobody seemed to care about SAO Season 3. Like, it just wasn't... It was, like, in spite of the fact... Oh, you can just keep going. In spite of the fact that, Did you ever get into the arms, really, in that run?
A little bit.
Like for when the SAO movie came out, it seemed to still be a big deal, but I guess in the time that it took for season 3, like, it just seemed like the hype had cooled off. People didn't really care anymore. Like, people were more excited about Goblin Slayer, so like I really should have covered that instead. But I was like all about games, and I was like, anime sucks. I don't want to have to watch anime. But now anime is actually pretty alright this season. 2019 is probably going to be better than 2018.
One can only hope.
Digi, do you think prostitution should be legal? Absolutely. How you feel, Tom?
Yeah, why the fuck not? Everything should be legal.
Yes. Murder especially.
Yeah.
Mauler made an 8-hour response video to H-Bomber Guy's shitty Dark Souls 2 video. That is excessive.
It's pretty wild.
I could dismiss H-Bomber Guy's video in literally a sentence, which is Dark Souls 2 looks like shit.
Try this one. I want the rest of the game.
How many projects you gonna drop, bruh? Millions. I drop way more projects that you guys never see. You know why? Projects should be dropped. I really hate how precious people are about projects that need to be completed. It's fucking retarded. If a project isn't doing what it set out to do, kill it. Don't be...
Kill your darling.
Don't be dumb.
As they say in the writing world.
Yeah. DG, when will you start making videos about the most popular anime from new seasons so you get all those extra easy extra views and exposure? What do you think Shield Hero Weekly is, dog? Literally just uploaded all of those back to the main channel today, and we're gonna do another one tonight. So look forward to that. Shield Hero episode 5. Me and Nate gonna do it right after this stream is over, probably. Bobby Joe Brown says Nate actually likes Goblin Slayer. To be exact, Nate likes the manga. I don't think he gives a shit about the anime. And there is a big difference. Because, like, most of my complaints with Goblin Slayer were with the fact that, like, the anime was shitty. Like, that the sound design and visual design were really bad. The pacing felt awkward. Like, I just thought it was a shitty looking and feeling show. Can't wait for you to shit on Boogie Pop anime again. Dude, fucking... Oh, we haven't seen episode 6 yet, but episode 5 was so miserably fucking bad that it was like, it was a big drain. Like, I didn't have the energy to fucking talk about it. I was like, this is really miserable. I gotta try to get a video out about the book before the anime is over, at least. But, like, I think that people were more interested in the anime when it first started, but it seems like the reception has not been that great. Like, there are some people who like it, but certainly anyone who's read the book is like, yeah, the anime is a clusterfuck. Like, I don't think you could read the book and like the anime. I don't think I've seen anyone with that opinion. I haven't seen Hitamatsu yet. It's on the list. Spooky E looks so fucking shit, I can't fucking take it. I know, dude, I know! Why did they do that? He looked cool originally.
What is it?
Spooky E is a character in Boogie Pop who... He's like a big, fat, weird guy, but like in the books he looks awesome, and in the show they just made him look like a disgusting, gross, fat man. And it's bad.
Why must people ruin all the things that we like?
The Boogie Pop anime is really sad and embarrassing. I mean, a lot of it I think is just production issues, but it also is just badly thought out. Did you listen to the Dick Show bonus episode where they read the Dr. Nurse leaks in the courtroom transcript? I did. I didn't think it was funny as everybody else seems to, because I find Dr. Nurse insufferably obnoxious, and like, also because they were doing the thing where they had like everybody reading the script with like Bleh and fucking Dame Pesos, who are both annoying to me, but you know, still, making fun of Maddox is a joke that never gets old. Well, sometimes it gets old, but when there's new stuff to make fun of him for, it's always a joy to have a new realm of that mind to explore. Could you explain what the deal with that Chris the Kiwi guy is? I don't listen to the Dick Show, and I looked him up, and he doesn't seem that weird. Well, there's not really, like, he is a Dick Show character. Like, so if you're not watching the show, you won't appreciate what is so... If you literally ever heard him talk, you'd be like, oh, okay, this is the biggest lolcow of the current decade. He's a crazy Australian guy who, he first came on the show because of the fact that he was, like, pen-paling some prisoner in America, and they were, like, trying to get money out of him for whatever reason. It was a complicated story, but then it came out that he had, like, been harassing this girl, Dr. Nurse, online, who was related to Maddox in some way, and, like, just basically he's done tons and tons of internet harassment towards women. He's also, like, he's in, like, tons of legal trouble in Australia. He's trying to run a GoFundMe to buy him a house because he's autistic. That is, like, literally what it is. Like, buy me a house. I'm an autistic person who has nowhere to go, or whatever. Or no, not even that he has nowhere to go, so much as that he just doesn't like the living situation that he has and wants a house. But he also really wants to fuck his cousin. Like, he has a cousin who he thinks is hot, and he's obsessed with the idea that he's going to try to, like, hook up with her. And he will not listen to anyone. Like, the fact that she has like basically does not communicate with him in any way and doesn't even like know who he is, basically, has not deterred him from thinking he should definitely try to fuck his cousin. It's hard to describe this without you just listening to the guy talk, but
everything you're saying right now is terrifying.
Yeah, it's just it's a very disturbed autistic guy who's in his like 40s.
Well, that just made everything a lot worse.
Yeah. Or his late 30s or something like that.
Yeah, it's people like that make me realize I'm not nearly as bad as
He's one of those guys who, when you hear his story, you kind of wonder how he's made it so long. You're like, what was this, like, what support network has kept you afloat all this time? Like, how have you been able to perpetrate your lifestyle for so long? I did drop Hinamatsuri, but I dropped it really fucking early, like not even all the way through episode 1, and
Damn.
it's on my list of second chances because of the fact that it had such a, like, at the time the show had just come out, so I had no reason to think there was anything special about it, and then afterwards everyone's like, oh, it's the funniest show of the year, you fucking first episode's not indicative of, and I'm like, alright, I'll give it another shot, but I don't expect anything. If given the opportunity, would you agree with an SAO fan on stream? They really hate you, and I'd like to see the two perspectives clash. What? Oh, argue. I mean, why? What would it do for me?
I feel like you've said everything that you could possibly say at this
point.
Like, your perspective's very clear.
Yeah. Thoughts on Asobi Asobase? I dropped that shit way back. I talked about it in Anime of the Week. Oh, good. The Dick Show YouTube channel has a clip of the most recent call-in of Chris the Kiwi, which is by far the most disturbing one. Like, that's the one where you truly appreciate the depth of what you're dealing with this guy. This guy said it's simultaneously the most entertaining and sad video I've seen in recent years. Anime is just moving colors. Change my mind. I don't have to change your mind, dude. How sick is moving colors, dude? Couldn't you guys put a timer and speedrun the demo?
I don't really think I'm good enough to speedrun it yet.
Yeah, nobody starts off good enough to speedrun, but you just gotta throw yourself in, man.
Yeah,
I don't know how to throw a timer on screen at all.
Oof.
I have not watched any of the new Mob Psycho. I did just look it up on Sakagoboru for the sake of my video that I put out today. What will you be playing next stream?
Fuck.
We got all weekend to figure it out.
Yeah.
Which means that we'll probably figure it out 5 minutes before the start of the next stream.
Well, actually, we have more than that, 'cause I'm not going to be able to be on the Tuesday stream.
Really? What's going on?
I have physical therapy.
Oh, shit. Well, that definitely would keep you out.
Yeah.
So they're actually going to fix your leg?
Well, I got to go for like a couple months.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's going to take a long ass time.
But there is actually a process by which it will be fixed. Hopefully.
Well, if they can't fix it with physical therapy, you have to get an MRI to see if there's any more bad damage, and if there is, then I'll have to get surgery.
Oh, that's shitty.
Which might not work, in which case I'll just have to live with it for the rest of my life.
That would be really bad. Let's hope the physical therapy works.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping for.
Put our money on that. A couple people gave you Fs in the chat.
I mean, deserved.
It's not that Tom can't walk, just that he would rather not have to, I think.
It's, I mean, I do a really good old man impression now.
Yeah. He was making it to the bathroom, but... Sonics96 says, I have a suggestion. If you play RE2, play it on Japanese because the English dub is very bad.
What a surprise. I mean, that's kind of in keeping with Resident Evil lore, though. All the dubs, they're usually pretty terrible. Oh. I thought it was over. Fucked that up pretty bad. I don't know why I can't destroy that arm to break out like I did last time.
How did your leg happen?
I have no idea. Just started.
Digi, I'm thinking about starting Gravity Falls. Do you have an opinion on the show? Not really. I only watched like 8 episodes of it. I really enjoyed the early episodes when they were first coming out. I later rewatched them and watched a little more, and I was like, okay. I think it's. I mean, Tom, you've seen Gravity Falls, right?
Yeah, I watched
you
the
liked
thing.
it.
I really enjoyed it. I think it's worth watching.
I mean, if you like Western cartoons in general, it's one of the best ones of recent years, probably.
Agreed.
Tom is just Dr. House now. You know about Dr. House and his bad leg.
Yeah. Instead of Vicodin, I'm gonna get addicted to weed.
Hell yeah. Vicodin is pretty good.
All about keeping it all natural. Alright. Making this guy my
What
bitch.
is Vicodin made of?
I don't know. Good question.
I cannot understand a single word that motherfucker is saying.
No, I don't think it matters.
What do you find annoying about Dr. Nurse? Are you asking seriously? Or mockingly? She's fucking super obnoxious.
I'm so behind on the Dick Show.
It gets weird. It gets really weird. If it wasn't weird enough already.
I mean, it's funny, like, when I think of the Dick Show, I think of Horizon Zero Dawn, because all I did was beat all of Horizon Zero Dawn while listening to all of the Dick Show.
I always think of Souls games, because that's my go-to.
Horizon was interesting.
Devil May Cry 5.
I'm feeling like I got a few, like, maybe one more run in me before I'm like, yeah, I think I get it. I think it's a video game that I will enjoy greatly.
You gotta try to speedrun it, dude. Did you get all the abilities yet?
Yeah, I mean, there's only a couple.
Yeah.
You can't really speed run this game because it's not like you can skip sections. You have to finish every combat encounter.
Well, sure, but the key is just to do it as fast as possible.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm speed running every time I play it then because I'm trying to do it the most optimally. I definitely think Punchline's my favorite Devil Breaker so far, though. That one's pretty sick.
Hey!
Yeah!
New sub from Muck Norris for 3 months. DMC4 re-release or Neo for upcoming streams unless something else coming.
4 Special Edition could be fun. I bet I could get it physical cheaper than on PSN. I was also wanting to get Titanfall 2. I bet that's cheap now as well.
What are your opinions on Munchie's weird stance on cartoons where he won't watch certain shows because they look like anime? I don't know when he said that, but
It sounds like a joke.
it sounds like something he would say. Munchie's stances on everything are weird to me, so...
Yeah.
I don't understand why people like Steven Universe and the PCP keeps talking about it. Once you realize the show is going nowhere story-wise, what's the point? I think the PCP is all pretty negative about Steven Universe at this point. Like, I don't know what they talked about in the latest podcast, but, like, in the one that's coming out tomorrow, we talked about it for a while, and everybody was pretty much shitting on it. How do you feel?
It's not terrible, but they're trying to do this space story, and the show just doesn't have the scope to do it. You know?
We talk about that on
Yeah.
Just wait for tomorrow's PCP, and you'll get the brief on why everybody hates Steven Universe now.
I mean, if you want to watch a good show that like has a developing story, hasn't fucked it up, watch Star vs. Forces of Evil. It's better than Steven Universe.
But it just looks so unwatchable from a distance.
How so?
I don't know. I'm just always like the vibe of that show just seems really glib and unappealing to me. But I've only seen like little bits of the really early episodes.
I think the animation's way better than Steven Universe. They stay on model.
I'm not talking about the animation. I'm talking about the like dialogue and characters and style. Just overall feeling vibe I get from it.
I mean,
but
there's nothing I can do to help you with that.
I felt that way about Steven Universe too when it came out, and then I watched it and liked it. So.
Star is very similar to Steven in that it starts off kind of like silly and like episodic, and then like a more complicated plot begins to grow. But whereas Steven Universe totally drops the ball and can't handle it, Star keeps it, I don't want to say grounded, but just like it builds off of it effectively, and it tells a better story. And there's actually new episodes coming out next month. Finally, it's been forever, and I'm pretty stoked. And it's actually ending with the end of this arc, which makes sense. Unlike Steven Universe has a whole other movie and another season after the story literally ended.
The story ended?
Well, the last episodes that they aired, they become friends with all the diamonds and they heal all the gems on Earth, which is the entire plot of the whole show. It's over.
Okay. Like,
Rebecca Sugar even said, like, the story they had planned to tell ended, and they have a whole other season and a movie to do.
Well, what the hell are they gonna do?
That's my whole thing. It's retarded.
Make up some new shit?
I guess so. With no stakes or consequences, because nobody's gonna care.
That's weird.
Yeah. Pretty dumb. Oh.
What are some things that weirded you out so much you cringed?
If anything like comes to mind right off the bat.
So, are you gonna review any games anytime soon? I don't know. What should we review?
You know what's funny? I saw recommended to me a video. You have to play Crosscode with like 400,000 views.
Yeah, well, it happens.
Yeah, I was like, well, that could have been us. By us, I mean
never
you.
beat it. So.
Really?
No.
You put like 1 billion hours in that. You didn't even finish
so
the job.
Fucking long. And I was worried about other shit.
You know what we should do?
Yeah.
I ran a poll on Twitter. And it was funny because the results were not really what I expected, even though they make sense. I was like, what is your favorite way to consume content? Mm-hmm. And it was blogs, vlogs, or videos, and podcasts. And podcasts got 71% of the results out of a couple hundred votes.
So podcast was the most popular?
Yeah, by a huge margin.
Why?
It's interesting because I've been watching this stuff by Gary Vee, who's like a marketing guy. And he's like, podcasts are basically going to replace video just because they're more convenient because you can tab over and do other things.
It's funny because I prefer, like, I generally am a big fan of podcasts and I like to do them the most, but like, I just don't feel like I've ever had more success with podcasts than videos. But I do have a lot of successful podcasts, like, individually, you know? Like, I think that, now that I think about it, I think that probably what needs to be done away with is the idea that a podcast needs to be a weekly show and more just that, like, you can just do podcasts, you know? Because, like, most of the really successful podcasts I've done were things like Weebcast, where it was just, like, review all the seasonal anime, and it's just, like, one podcast, you know? But those will get, like, 200,000 views.
I'm super stoked about that because, like, he's saying they were
I'm
talking.
stoked too because that works for me perfectly. That's my specialty. It's what I'm the best at.
You don't have to worry about editing video anymore.
No.
And like another thing, because he was talking about how like voice is going to be the next big thing with like Alexa and Google Home, because you can integrate podcasts into those. You can just say Alexa, play the podcast, and just start playing it.
Right.
And so like people are making, they're called skills, which is why I wanted to look at your Alexa, and I haven't done it yet because I suck. But yeah. We should just make a fucking I Am Games podcast. You don't even need to edit anything.
That's a great idea.
And just talk about games.
Let's do one about this fucking demo, right? Like,
yeah.
Like, well, not right after this because I have to do a podcast with Nate, but after that.
I mean, we could bust out podcasts all the time, just talking about, a gaming thing happened. Like, E3's coming up, just do like every day of E3, just
hate E3.
Go into everything. Dude, it's all about those.
It'll just be me talking about how bad everything looks and how you should never get hype about anything.
I think the game, like that's just what everybody does with E3. Like,
yeah,
I mean, gaming is a cynical fucking community. So like, no, it's not like anything.
I don't know if that's true. I feel like people who talk about games are really cynical, but like they did a lot of shit. Like Super Bunny Hop, like simultaneously. His E3, like his why you shouldn't be hype about like the PS3 and or PS4 and Xbox One videos were like his biggest videos, but they had huge dislike bars.
Well, here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing that's gonna save us all right now. I enjoy hype, so we would just play back and forth on that, and then no one could get mad because I'd be like,
they'd just get mad at me.
Yeah, but then I'll be like, then you can be the heel, and it's fine.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm like so stoked about that. If that turns out to be the case, where like video just kind of goes away and podcast kind of thing, I'm like, the thing I hated most, video editing, is no longer a problem.
Is Pub Crawl forever dead? I don't think so. I think Cider's probably just mega fucking busy right now.
No, I'm not gonna answer the phone. Keep that bitch waiting. Yeah, boy.
What are your thoughts on the current state of Cartoon Network and Toonami? No idea. I haven't watched either. I haven't had cable in over 2 years, probably.
Yeah.
When you guys gonna watch Battle Angel Alita? Me and May are planning to see it on Valentine's Day when it releases. If we probably need to buy tickets ahead of time.
You like excited about that, or are you going in for the walls?
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know what it's gonna be like. It seems like people are saying it's not terrible, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just, we're mostly going to see it so we can do a podcast about it, obviously, but.
Isn't that weird? People watch movies for fun.
Why did you not make the indie game video? Crosscode was your money. I mean, how the hell would I have known that it could have got 400,000 fucking views?
I mean, wasn't that the reason you wanted to do it in the first place?
No, I didn't think it would get any views. I just wanted to be the guy who did it.
I haven't gotten hit once yet. I'm fucking steamrolling in this run. Now that I've said that, I'm gonna get fucking trounced. But I just want to point it out so far. I've yet to get hit. It feels pretty good.
You were at around 75% once you beat those 2 dungeons. I know. It was like 75% of the way through a game that I'd already spent 35 hours on, and I wanted to play it to 100%, but like there were reasons at the time that I didn't like beat it. It wasn't just like I got lazy. I was working on other things, and also I had to take trips and stuff like and I just kind of thought like I had to do it within a certain time frame, or else I knew other people were going to beat me to it, and that is exactly what happened. Like videos started coming out about it, and I was just like, well, you know, like, is anybody going to want to watch my long-ass, in-depth analysis? And then part of it also was that it got to a point where I had... Because I fucked up really bad by not taking notes on the game. Because the game changes considerably as it goes. And so, like, I had all these points that I had thought of about the early part of the game. And then when I got later into it, I couldn't remember all the shit that I had been talking about before. So, like, I kind of felt like I had taken too long playing it and forgotten, like, a lot of the points I wanted to make. It was just all around a fucking, you know, I didn't do it right. I've fucked up every single stage of the I Am Games venture, basically. So that's no surprise.
Thanks, Digi.
I feel like almost every newer anime you have recommended, I watched the whole season and I'm like, why did he say he liked it? And then I found out you only seen like the first 3 to 5 Fs. So I just feel like I wasted my time watching these things. Give me examples. Your analytical diatribe of Sword Online is...
I fucking beat it without getting hit once, bitch!
Big cum, big cum, big cum.
Yeah, Punchline's the best Dev Alarm. That was fucking sick. Give me an S.
Autistic Madon said biggest cum in the universe podcast. That would be a great podcast.
We should do it.
Welcome to the biggest cum in the universe.
And then we can get into a legal tiff with Maddox as he tries to sue us for being a derivative name.
Yeah.
Alright. I think I'm done. I think I'm going to end on that high note of destroying that boss without getting touched. That's how we do it. That was the closest I'm going to get to a speed run. Someone play that back on Twitch and time me. Didn't get an S rank though.
Alright, you passing it to me?
I'm passing it.
There you go.
Yoink. How long have we been going for?
Like we have 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's actually we got our mileage out of this fucking demo.
Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah.
If Zoik No suddenly posts a bunch of anime titles, read them to me, because I need to know what shows that I've been recommending that he was disappointed with, at the realization I had only seen a few episodes.
So next week there'll be no stream. No, there'll be no stream on Tuesday unless we do it later.
Unless I just stream without you.
That's true. You could do that too.
Which I might very well do. I might stream with Mark or something. Maybe we'll stream Mark playing Just Dance.
That'd be fucking cool.
Mark gave the giggle of ha ha ha. That's not happening. Why would you even think so?
I still can't believe DMC5 is actually real and good. Yeah, I know, dude.
I mean, the demo is real and good. We don't know about the game yet, so...
I mean, the signs are good. The signs are good. How hype are you for Ben Saint's upcoming 24-hour stream? I'm probably not going to watch a lot of it.
When is he doing that?
It's a good question. I'm not sure.
The ground cracked. By the way, how did you feel about the fact that I changed the camera settings considerably? Did that improve it for you, or did you even notice?
I did notice. It was kind of fast, but I mean, it's fine. It wasn't a huge.
Did you notice that it's like way pulled back too? Like you can change how pulled back the camera is. In the settings.
So pulling it back was good. Welcome to the biggest cum in the universe. The only show where you get to decide which dummy made the best cummy. There we go. We got a catchphrase and everything. Yeah, CM308 says V is the real unknown, and I agree 100%. We know how Dante's going to play. Nero obviously plays great. V could suck because he does summons and stuff, and that worries me because that could be boring. Because if you watch the footage with V, like everyone else runs around and does cool stuff, V just walks really slowly as all these demons do all the fighting for him. And
it literally sounds like Chaos.
Exactly why I brought it up. And like Chaos Theory was not great. So, and if he's a third of the game and you got to play it and it's not fun, then you know, that could be a big issue. But we'll see. Did either of you watch Domestic Girlfriend? I don't even know what that is.
No, not yet. It's a new show that's whoa, what the oh.
Tom, if you fuck a man, would you be top or bottom? It depends on the person, I guess.
Have you ever fucked a man before?
I've not fucked a man. Cabba says, Tom, when was the last time you were expecting this game to be released? For sure, only be disappointed it ain't coming out. Probably before DMC Devil May Cry was announced. Because like, DMC 4 ends, not on a cliffhanger, but like, clearly showing there's going to be more. Like, Nero's story was not finished. There was a lot of questions about, like, is he really, like, you know, related to Virgil, and if so, how, and things like that. Because it was implied that, like, Virgil came to, like, Nero's hometown and did shit at some point, and that's kind of, like, where he came from. So, you know, gay nerd things that only hardcore DMC fans would give a shit about. But then the reboot was announced, and I was not as pissy about it as everybody else. Just figured, well, this is different, but okay. When that tanked, I think, oh, the whole series is just fucked now. Like, they're never gonna bring it back. Muck Norris makes a good point. Tom has been blown live by the PCP by all the members. Yeah, that did happen. Is this demo better than DMC4? It plays very similar. Like, if you liked playing Nero in DMC4, he has the same combos, just that the breakers give you a little bit more flexibility than just the Devilbringer itself. But even the best thing about the Devilbringer was the grapple move, and this still has that, so it's just better.
Doesn't look as cool as it did before, though. With the, like, blue ghost arm.
Yeah, it's just like kind of a little whip thingy in this, which is not as cool. I'm assuming at some point, because, like, the Devil Breaker is obviously, it's not, like, a new thing in terms of, like, this is his new arm. It's clearly just a temporary replacement until he gets the Devil Bringer back. So I'm assuming by the end of the game, you'll have it, and it'll be cooler, and all that shit. Does anyone even know what Mage looks like?
Hippo does.
I've seen a picture of Mage. I know what Mage looks like.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I have not. Hippo met her, though. They played Pokemon Go together.
Yeah. That's the benefits of being in the same time zone.
I will say that this game seems a lot easier than both 3 and 4. Unless I'm just way better at video games than I used to be. And I'm not even playing particularly well, but like...
Yeah, I wonder if they balanced the demo down to make it more accessible or not.
Could just be because it's the first level.
That's true. Hard to say. I mean, the first level of DMC3 will fucking murder you.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious, because like you watch the cutscene for that level, and Dante takes like 7 blades to the chest and just walks it off, and then the first level starts and like you get hit twice and you die. Oh, Digi, if you want to like magically get better, just press down R3 and hold it until auto pops up in the corner. You'll be on automatic mode, and it'll start doing all the combos for you just by hitting triangle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, what in the fuck is going on now? I'm a fucking monster now. What is going on?
Yeah.
So this is just baby mode.
Yeah, this has been on all the games. If you die too many times, you can turn on easy automatic, where it'll do a lot of the combos for you. And this just lets you toggle it on whenever you want, apparently.
I guess that's a good way to let you learn what it's supposed to look like what the game should look like.
Yeah, I mean you're doing exceeding all the time, which I don't even do because like it's so fucking hard.
I went ahead and turned that off because it didn't feel like I was playing.
You got a double S rank already.
That dude ever respond with what animes he had?
No, nothing. Yeah, maybe he's writing a huge fucking list right now, like just compiling every anime from the last 5 years. The chat is talking about Mage right now mostly. You should speedrun this. DMC would be better with a stamina bar. How do I ban somebody? Bobby Joe Brown, get fucked.
Yeah, I think that guy pays us.
I don't care. I don't want his tainted money. The only stamina bar Devil May Cry needs is like your stamina playing the game, because you're fucking blowing your mind to shit of how cool it is. That guy got back to you with a paragraph. Digi, I'm looking, but I forgot most of it, because part of the issue I have is you talking or promoting certain animes, being good, but later I found out you didn't watch all of it, even at the time, like March Comes In Like a Lion. Or
I watched half of the first season of that, and I put it as my #2 anime of the year.
Or you keep promoting Eureka 7, and I tried to watch it, and it got so boring.
Eureka 7 is the greatest anime of all time.
And then I found out you only rewatched it to the ep I stopped watching it.
Yeah, but I was coming non-stop through every episode. I was like, this is just as good as I remember. This is the best anime ever.
I mean,
like
Eureka 7 is a masterpiece.
Yeah, I've never. I don't know anybody whose taste I trust at all who does not think Eureka 7 is an absolute masterpiece.
Haphazard said Eureka 7 and then Resident Sleeper emoji, and I don't know if that's supposed to be like a cum face or a bored face.
I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, March Comes Like a Lion. I did watch like 12 episodes of it, and I fucking loved it.
We got a lot of Eureka 7 hate in the chat right now.
What? What is wrong with you people? This is why I have to do videos about Eureka 7.
Eureka 7 is boring. It's not even good, guys. Eureka 7 fail.
What?
Yeah.
How can you even agree with me on anything in anime and not like Eureka 7? That was like my #1 favorite for the longest time. And the only reason it probably isn't now is I haven't rewatched it.
There's a war brewing now. They're going back and forth whether it's good or bad. Please do a video. I love it. The characters are obnoxious.
Which characters?
I don't know, Captain Wiggle Muncher. Which characters?
Like, if you find Renton obnoxious in the early episodes, that's the point.
Right.
The point is that he is an obnoxious brat who is in over his head, and he has to get the shit kicked out of him by everybody. Like, I think the biggest problem with the early episodes of Eureka 7 and why they bother people is that people think they're supposed to relate to and root for Renton, and you're not. You're supposed to look down on him and want to see him get shit canned by everybody because it's fucking hilarious. And all the other characters just ruthlessly fucking brutalize him for his mistakes, and it's so fun.
Yeah. Half-Asher said all the characters are bad. Lamau.
Well, I don't know how you can possibly feel that way. You don't like Stoner? You don't like Holland?
Holland's fucking great.
You don't like Talho?
There's no accounting for taste, I guess.
No.
D-Wagon says, did you find the secret mission?
Secret mission?
I guess we didn't find the secret mission yet.
I guess I gotta go run around and look for it.
Maybe that's why we haven't got an S rank yet. We haven't done the secret mission.
Alright. I'm gonna go find it.
Kappa says, man, I would let Holland fuck me so hard.
Holland's a good looking dude.
Yeah, fair.
Not to mention he's like the best Keiji Fujiwara role. This place is fantastic.
Jiro Bitterthorn is like, the phone booth still works. Why? It's a good question.
Could that be the secret mission?
I don't think so. I feel like we probably already passed it, because the only place you can go now is go fight the boss.
There's a little backtrack I can do here.
Maybe.
Back through there.
If anybody knows where the secret mission is, let us know.
I did find a little secret room in a building one time.
Yeah, I know where that is. You had some orbs. It's across from where you got the bug, so I guess it's near where you are right now.
From where I got the what?
The bug, you know, the thing that you...
Oh.
Yeah, so you're...
Well, that was right here.
Right, you should be near it now.
Across from? How literally?
Is it like in the building or something? Like you can go in, like the other wall? Like turn around. Like something over there.
Define across from. Oh, here we go.
Up. There's something. Oh wait, I think it's not.
This is just a room.
Shit! Outside the hallway. Wait, maybe it's not in this build. Man, you gotta tell me these. This is important to figure out. They have a couple different versions of this demo. They had one at like Gamescom and shit, and the Xbox one was this level but without the upgrades, so it's weird.
Huh.
Well, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm assuming that would have been it, so probably just isn't in here.
What issue?
Still a secret we hadn't noticed, though. Who knows the depths of which you can go?
Ninja Jeff says, man, I feel like Capcom is kind of fucking their Bishonen over right now. Nero has this manly man jawline and Leon doesn't even have blonde hair anymore. Maybe the taste of women engaged just changed. I don't know. I preferred the old designs. What do you think?
Look cool to me. I'm not a woman or a gay, so
I guess.
how do you feel, Tom?
I liked old Nero. I like his long gay hair. Looks kind of weird in this game. I
He
think
did have longer hair, didn't he? He looks almost like new Dante.
a little bit.
like Dante, as they call him.
Yeah. He just looks more generic now, I think. Not a huge problem, though.
I think they did it for the same reason as Dante's existence, which is to make it appeal more to Westerners, because people complained about Nero being such a bitch boy in the DMC4.
I mean, his personality is exactly the same, so... Wow, you're so close to doing without getting hit.
I'm realizing...
Games video idea. 10 secret missions you missed in DMC5 demo. SAO sucks lol. It's a good video title.
I'm realizing how much I missed being able to do the stinger attack, which is like what I associate with Devil May Cry.
I mean, Nero has a stinger attack, but it's instead of just being a stab, it's like a swipe, so you can hit more than one guy with it.
Well, can I do it?
Yeah, it's forward triangle.
It's not doing it.
I mean, I've been doing it a bunch. I know it works. Oh, you have to hit L1 to lock on.
Oh.
Just like the regular stinger.
I haven't been using lock on at all.
Well, there's a ton of moves you can only do if you're locked on.
I didn't realize you had to hold lock on. Whoa, what? There wasn't a cutscene like that before, was there?
Oh, I think it's because if you stay in there until the whole thing collapses, you jump out automatically. There you go.
Oh!
It doesn't do a lot of damage. It looks scary, but it's fine. There is a green orb.
I was trying to get to it, but
Yeah, there's a couple. There's one there.
it's weird because I'm not locked on, but it keeps my camera focused on him, which is strange.
It's because, like, I think they probably have to do that because the way Devil May Cry's combat works is that if you're locked on, you do some moves, but you can't do other ones. So certain moves you have to not be locked on.
Mm-hmm.
So, in that regard, it probably has to keep the camera focused just for that reason. So all your moves still let you see the boss.
Oh, yeah, I think Stinger wasn't exactly what I was thinking of, but, like, isn't there a move where you stab, like, forward a bunch of times in a row?
Yeah, Trillion Stab. It breaks, it's off of Stinger. You start with Stinger, you just keep hitting triangle after that, and it'll combo into it. That's a Dante move. I'm
Yeah,
sure he'll have it. I mean, it's been in the trailer.
Shit,
and
no!
everything.
Fuck! I gotta eat.
Damn, that hits hard. You're close to killing them, though. Should be fine. Down the wire. Who will prevail?
No! No! He has a fucking bee's dick of hell!
Oh god, there's like 1 pixel.
Ugh!
Well, shit. I was robbed.
I was trying to push it, man. I was really trying to push it. I was trying to circle around him while I was flying, man. I was really trying to do it. I didn't do it at all. Well, did we cross 2 hours?
We did.
Alright. That's enough fucking Devil May Cry 5 demo, I think.
Yeah, I think we've made our point. It's funny, I was playing so much Neo, I'm like, maybe Neo's combat's good after all. And then I played this, I'm like, haha, no it's not.
How would you rate your excitement?
I'm fucking stoked. Like, it's pretty much exactly what I expected it to be, just more of the best action game ever. So, it all depends if V sucks or not. I'm more excited to play Dante, because I want to use the motorcycle swords.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's like sick. There's like a trailer where he's just riding on the motorcycle, and then he just jumps off the motorcycle flies with him, it splits into 2 giant fucking swords, just starts cleaving dudes with it. I'm like, yeah, this is my shit. So, host Jess's stream. Is Jess streaming right now?
Type his name into you see that on the right beside the chat where it's like
pick a live channel.
Yeah.
Is it just Endless Jess?
Yeah, it'll come up for you.
Alright. If I can type correctly. Yeah, he's playing Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, go ahead and click on him and then you can just click the host button.
Alright.
Hey everybody, be the games you want to see.
Have fun. Buy this game.